Detroit, what up, though? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2025 RBC Showcase. My name is Galaxy, and I am going to break the ice a little bit. So all of our business owners over here that's going to be pitching, I just want to let y'all know that I'm the first person on the stage, okay? So we're going to get into a little motivation so we can get ready for these pitches. So do y'all know that entrepreneurs are everything? But sometimes becoming one is not that easy. And sometimes when you decide to start a business, I assume it's similar to joining a circus. Exciting and entertaining. An arena somewhat saturated with clowns and acrobats, but full of entertainment and opportunity. Call it organized chaos. And in the beginning, it lets you create something magnificent, to create your own mission statement. But it's not always easy, and you master the mastering. I'm so sorry. Can I start over for y'all today? Entrepreneurs are everything. But sometimes starting a business is not always easy. And when you first decide to start a business, I imagine it feels something like joining a circus. Exciting and entertaining. An arena full of opportunities, somewhat saturated with clowns and acrobats, but full of opportunity. Call it organized chaos. And you first decide to start a business, you're not really sure how to master the skills, so you can torture your body for self-care and customer care, ignoring your schedule and self-care. You realize that becoming a ringleader is not as easy as applying for that LLC, an activity only reserved for the brave. It feels like a sideshow, a balancing act. It's your 5 to 9 after your 9 to 5, but you still love the thrill of the ride. And then sometimes you have to lion tame your liabilities all alone when you just want to cry because you have no idea how you're going to make it by, but then you remember your why, and that helps you to survive. You realize that technically you have a town full of supporters, spectators, waiting to see how far you will go, how daring you will be, how you were brave enough to reach this feat. Leveraging your lessons, you begin to learn, turning your costs into cash flow, your circus into sales. You let the tight ropes teach you how to balance sheets, and now you're on your way to living in Google Suites. You become a magician. Tap to pay is your favorite card trick, and now you are creating companies out of thin air, pulling rabbits out of hats, sharing business hacks. Tell me, between you and me, have you ever seen someone turn a white box into a wonderland or transform a storefront into something worthy of Instagram? Isn't it beautiful how business owners learn to bend reality, taking your hobby into your hunger, taking blueprints and making them into buildings, ignoring the looks, embracing QuickBooks to Houdini into higher tax brackets? See, everybody wasn't made to perform, to weather the storm, to stand on stage under the spotlight to pitch why this investment was right, but you are. And when you first decide to start a business, sometimes it might feel like a carnival. Some people will only see the amusement, but when your elevation starts to look more like levitation, people will stop saying you look like a circus and start asking you if it was magic. Thank you.
That was amazing. Give her one more round of applause, folks. Entrepreneurs, if you're like me, you're like, man, I got to go up after that. But you don't have to. I do, right? So don't worry about it. You're all good. I'm going to take the heat for you on this one. I'm Ned Stabler. I'm the CEO here at TechTown and the Vice President for Economic Development at Wayne State. Welcome to our Spring 2025 RBC Showcase. Now, I know some of you are saying, wait a second, you're called TechTown. Why are you doing a retail boot camp? And that's a great question. And the answer is because we realized a long time ago that Detroit was filled with entrepreneurs, and some of them had great tech ideas, and we could help them with that. But a lot of them had ideas that weren't classically tech, but were just as important, that were going to grow, that were going to create prosperous livings for their families. And so we decided, you know what, we're going to change our mission. We're not just going to be doing tech support and tech acceleration. We are going to break cycles of intergenerational poverty. We're going to generate equitable community wealth. We're going to build amenities and storefronts and opportunity right here in our city for every entrepreneur. And so Retail Boot Camp and other programs, thank you, was born, and we have been doing this now for 12 years. This is our 16th cohort. There are more than 200 graduates of the Retail Boot Camp. And yes, so you are in good company in doing that. And let me just say this to you guys right now. You have seen me coming in week after week, stealing some of your food at your lesson and then sneaking out. You made it. Congratulations. Give yourselves a big round of applause, because I know it wasn't easy. Are you two sure you're allowed to sit next to each other? Usually they make the couple sit on the opposite sides of the room. I don't know why. At first I thought it was just, they had some problems in their relationship. Then I realized they talked too much. I don't know. But anyway, we are so proud of you. We are super excited to see everything that you guys are going to do. And you're not done with us. I'm sorry. I know some of you might be like, oh, I want to get rid of them, but we're going to be here with you for the rest of your journey. We are a part of your small business family, and we're going to help do everything we can to get you up and open and successful and growing and expanding. So thank you so much for all that you do, because you are the most important people here. Give them one more round of applause. I want to take a second to thank our judges. I think you're going to get a full introduction from them later, but this doesn't happen without you guys. So thank you so much for giving us a night of your time to come and support these wonderful entrepreneurs. We appreciate you. I want to thank all of you who donated when you made your RSVP. I know a lot of you did. Thank you. Money is actually, don't blame me. I didn't invent capitalism, but money is what makes a lot of this possible, because the people who work here, they insist on getting paid and things like that. I want to thank the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, which underwrote most of the program tonight. So if there's anyone from Ralph Wilson here, thank you. If you're not, just feel the love that we're sending out in your general Ralph Wilson direction. I also want to put that call out there. If you want to support these entrepreneurs going forward, talk to one of the staff members. Somebody from the staff, raise your hand. If you find one of those people, they can help you support programs like this. And if you're wondering where that money's going to go, it's going to go to these entrepreneurs right here. Everybody here is going to win at least $500 tonight. And I think 5 of you are going to win $5,000 tonight. $5,000 to help jumpstart that business. So if you can help with that, great. We would appreciate it. So that is the last thing you need to hear from me, because I think I'm just about the last thing standing between you and this amazing group of entrepreneurs. So congratulations on making it, and good luck tonight.
All right. Thank you so much, Ned. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We're just going to jump right into the nitty-gritty of it. So congratulations for the entrepreneurs. I'm looking forward to it. For those who have not met yet, my name is Faris Alami. I'm your host for the night. I'm also the lead facilitator for the program, and looking forward to seeing what comes out of tonight's discussion. With that being said, let me just walk you through what happened in the last 12 weeks or so. These entrepreneurs, amazing entrepreneurs, were here every single Tuesday night for 3 hours, and then after that, they had to go home and work for what do you guys think, 5 to 10 hours? Maybe 12? So I know that doesn't take just one person doing it. I know it takes a whole village behind the scene, which is your family, your friends, your supporters, your fans, and those people who are always there for you, cheering you on and keeping you moving forward. So with that being said, I want to just take that minute to acknowledge you for the work, but also acknowledge the people behind the scene that always supported you as well. So congratulations. Those 12 weeks of intensive work resulted in you being here today. And today, let's walk through what's going to happen. We're going to have 3-minute presentations from 13 businesses and 14 entrepreneurs. And after the 3-minute presentation, we'll have a 2-minute questions and answers from the judges. And then once all the presentations are done, we're going to take a 15 minutes where the judges go in and decide who should get or not get or whatever they could, hustle between each other to give those $5,000 extra checks. And then we'll come back and announce the additional $5,000 going to whom, and then we'll basically then do a big celebrations and thank everyone. With that, that will be it, okay? And with that, I'm really honored to know and let you know that this whole program is not just what you may see us here in the faces, but also the TechTown team that Ned mentioned earlier. They're always behind the scene, making sure that A, there's funding for the program, B, there's support for the program, C, there are people in the program. D, there's things like this here today for you to have an event for the program. There's just so many people to thank. It's not possible to thank all of them right now, but we're going to try to thank them throughout every few sections to make sure that we thank all the people that really make this happen. With that, I'm honored to always facilitate this program with my colleagues. So with that, I think it's Christina who's going to take the lead from here, and then we'll keep passing on to Carrie and Holly. Thank you.
All right, who's ready to hear some pitches? Yeah. All right, so let's get going. First up, we have Sydney Noble, owner of the Noble brand.
Hello. Everybody close their eyes and picture someone or something that brings you immense joy or comfort. What do they smell like? That's the power of scent. It triggers your brain's limbic system to recall emotion and influence immense emotional change. Hi, my name is Sydney Noble, and I'm the founder of the Noble brand. For me, I think of my pillars: my mom, my grandmothers, and my great-grandmother, the women who raised me, who nurtured the community, and taught me what it means to be noble. But what they didn't know how to teach me was how to take care of myself. So how would I know how to do it? Well, the train stops here. This is what inspired the Noble brand. We are a luxury, non-toxic home fragrance company and wellness brand centered around elevating self-care through scent. We do this 2 ways: through our home fragrance products, thinking candles, incense, room mist, things like that, all priced at an $18 to $50 price point, sold online and in stores throughout the nation. But what makes us different is that we have a wellness club component. This is a place where members can come, take wellness-based classes, all centered around self-care and aromatherapy. This program is $10 a month and available online. Up until this point, we've done tons of really cool things. We have sold over 10,000 products. We have participated in over 100 pop-ups and markets. We have secured our trademark. We've been featured in national and local press. And what I'm most excited about is we recently signed a lease to a 6-month pop-up space, brick and mortar, in Rosedale. Now, Rosedale is very important to me because this is a neighborhood that nurtured me, so it's time I nurture it, not just with this pop-up, but for our long-term brick-and-mortar location. Up until this point, we've done $22,000 annually. We took a dip when we moved cross-country back to Michigan from California. This year, we're projected to make $105,000 with the addition of our brick-and-mortar space, which allows us to do more classes, more in-person events. We're also acquiring 5 more wholesale accounts, and we're doing more events this year. By 2028, we are projected to make $330,000 with the addition of our permanent brick-and-mortar routine. This will allow us for more space, the addition of our wellness fest, and more revenue with our wholesale accounts. We will use this $5,000 immediately. This will be used in our pop-up space to secure furniture, fixtures, and branded POS supplies. So think shelves, branded bags, things of that nature. So the next time you are practicing your self-care routine, light a candle, think of that person or thing that brings you immense comfort, and remember, you are noble. Welcome to the Noble family.
Hi, can you tell me your background and what do you actually come up with the fragrances of the candles or so?
Yeah, so I used to be a professional dancer in Los Angeles, and the industry really has a habit of trying to tell you who you are and who you should be. So I went through this huge identity crisis of who am I as a woman, who am I as a Black woman, who am I as a disabled woman, who am I as a queer woman, and self-care was really centered around fragrance. So I found myself getting into the kitchen. So I create all my fragrances myself. My mom and I, we create all of the products myself. Now that I'm physically disabled, I can't do a lot of the manual labor anymore of the product making, but I still do all the formulations. I still do all the back end of the business.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you talk a little bit more about your plan to acquire those membership subscriptions?
Absolutely. So we started off last year with this club, and we started off with just doing one event called the Wellness Fest, downtown Detroit. And we ran ads and we did things like that to get people that are wellness enthusiasts interested in the club. So we did that by in-person events. We acquired 50 members by that, and then from there it's been word of mouth. We're already at 75 members, and we're looking to increase that with more projections of ads and word of mouth and advertising and things of that nature. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, friends. My name is Matt Nahan. I lead the Relentless Care Foundation by Community Financial Credit Union, and I live in Southwest Detroit, proud graduate of Wayne State University.
Hello everyone. I am Madison Schillig. I am the program director of Motor City Match out of the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation, and I'm really excited to be here.
Good evening, my name is Elias Khalil. I'm co-owner and founder of La Feria Spanish Tapas Restaurant right down the street here on Cass. And I'm also an entrepreneurship coach and trainer. Happy to be here.
Good evening, I am Zunithi Holyfield, RBC alumni and finalist, and the proud owner and founder of the Damage Zone, Detroit's first premier therapeutic rage room. Check us out on Memorial Day.
All right, let's keep going. Next up is Desi C., owner of Bo-aholic Boutique.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Did you know that nearly 50% of all fifth grade girls don't see themselves as confident? And by ninth grade, that number increases even more. Hi, my name is Desiree C. I'm the founder and CEO of Bo-aholic Boutique. We are a handmade, impact-driven brand for mothers and daughters, focusing on confidence, community, creativity, and courage. And it all started with this one simple bow. You see, back in 2018, I was dangerously depressed. I took my kids into bed, and God saved me by placing me in the Myers craft section at 2 a.m. I Googled how to make a bow. 2 hours later, this is what I had. Little did I know I was stumbling across the effort-driven reward cycle, which is where you do something with your hands, it increases your mood and helps you feel better. That is how I've been able to impact over 1,000 girls, attend over 100 pop-up shops, become the Detroit Pistons Woman of the Week, as well as my latest partnership with Ferris State University, where I'm their official bow lady. And I do this 3 different ways. Our cheer, I custom make hair bows and accessories, as well as confidence building events for the girls, starting at $10 per person per item. My Sunday Fun Day events are $45 for 2 people, typically a mother and a daughter. This is where we really dig into the effort-driven reward cycle. And our retail, where the median bow price is $12.99. So my ideal location is where I grew up, Rosedale Park. I attended T-Dale Cook Elementary on Puritan. I went to the North Rosedale Park all the time. I even remember being 8 years old trying to do a backflip off a swing and fail. I bust my pants. I had on a purple outfit. I remember it all. And I still have family that live there. So it's rooted within my nature to be in that particular area. So in 2021, it was our first official year in business. I was blessed to be a part of the downtown Detroit markets. I did $30,000 in revenue, with most of that the last 6 weeks. So yes, I sold over 3,000 hair bows in 6 weeks. In 2025, we are adding on a subscription box, as well as beefing up our wholesale accounts with a revenue of $30,000. In 2026, we plan to open up our retail location, adding on one more subscription box, as well as starting birthday parties, because we're going to be inside of the neighborhood and the communities. So in 2028, we're going to do $185,000, adding on one more subscription box and 3 more wholesale accounts. So what I plan to do with the $5,000, branded packaging, update my website, as well as email, text message, and direct mail marketing. So if you want to see girls be their most confident and creative selves, scan the QR code and join the Bowholic family. Yes.
I'll start. Can you speak a little bit more about the wholesale accounts?
Yes, so right now I am on Fair, and we have been blessed to be able to ship to about 10 stores via wholesale. So I plan to add more product line to that, because it's typically just our holiday items that I wholesale. So I'm going to add more of when I say holiday, I mean like Christmas and beyond, that holiday. But I plan to add on all the holidays, so like Easter, St. Patty's Day, Valentine's Day, so that I can keep those customers in those stores in rotation for that.
What would you say your largest overhead expense is?
Right now, the largest overhead expense is so I rent out to have my events, and I rent at TechTown, and the pricing for that, just because I only come one day a month, and I pay for like the come whenever you want type of package for the co-working space. And right now, that's my largest expense, is being able to host my events in a place that's safe and comfortable for my mothers. Thank you.
All right, next up is Todd Ortbring with Back in the D.
It's not me. Broke it. Hi, everybody. Oh, there he is. Jeez. All right. Does everybody here remember the old Hudson store downtown? How about shopping at Farmer Jack's? Oh, yeah. Do you remember when you were a kid and part of you still is? That's why they made Faygo. I'm Todd Ortbring, founder of Back in the D, reimagining Detroit pop culture and heritage brands into a variety of artistic art pieces and products. I spent 40 years in the marketing and advertising industry and have now combined those years of experience and art knowledge along with my love of history, my love of art, and my love of making people happy. So I create a variety of products at various sizes and shapes, priced from $5 postcards to $80 canvas prints. I do a variety of pop-ups and online sales. And I started my business 2 years ago, and in the last 6 months, it's really taken off, thanks in part to some great publicity I've received from the Detroit News, Detroit Free Press, Grosse Pointe News, and 2 interviews on Channel 4. I've done several pop-ups and art shows, gallery shows in Grosse Pointe and Detroit, and was recently a vendor at the All Things Detroit in Eastern Market. I've added 4 retail clients just in the last 3 weeks. 2 of those include the Folk Store in the train station, Michigan Central, and DeVries & Company in Eastern Market. Coming soon, I have a variety of new things on the way, including a new clothing line, like the one I'm wearing, a new line of holiday items and designs. I have 25 more designs in the works, and a new home decor line. So the space I've been looking at is in the heart of the Visitors District in Detroit. It's very close to all the stadiums, the theater district, Campus Martius, all the downtown events. The space I'm looking at is large with great wall space for bright Detroit graphics, displays with lots of great product, interactive kiosks, and I'll be adding an old phone booth where customers can come in after walking through the store and share their memories as a keepsake, similar to what NPR does with StoryCorps. Sales projections, we'll see a big spike in 2026 as I open more retail accounts and hope to open brick and mortar by Q3. Additional growth in 2027 as I expand, and more into 2028. With the $5,000, I'm looking at helping with legal and financial services, email marketing, updates to the website, retail furnishings, and a nice bottle of wine. In closing, investing in me is investing in the D. Scan the code, and I thank you. And remember, brands like Packard and some of those are long gone, like Bobble Ion, but the fairy tales continue, thanks to Back in the D. Thank you.
Do you have any concerns about competing against other local Detroit brand retail entities?
You mean I have similar products like mine or similar look to mine? I've seen other Detroit-based companies, Inc. Detroit, Detroit versus anybody. What I do is different because I invest more, I think, in the history, the story behind some of these businesses that have long gone. Some are still around. So my hope is to continue to educate people and to help them share memories with family members. I get people that stop and talk all the time about the memories they have of going to Farmer Jack or whatever.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay? Yep. All right. Thank you.
Next up is Ashley Krushena with Mimide Beverage Company.
We are in the midst of a significant cultural shift. According to a survey conducted by NC Solutions, 50% of Americans plan to consume less alcohol in 2025. Today, more than ever, the non-alcoholic cocktail industry is booming. Millions of consumers are opting for the hangover-free option. Hi, my name is Ashley Krushena. I'm the founder and owner of Mimide Beverage Company. In 2020, I made one of the most impactful decisions of my life, and I decided to jump on the sober train myself. While on my own path to sobriety, I realized one thing I missed about drinking was being able to enjoy a craft cocktail surrounded by friends. That's why, with many years of bartending experience and having done a ton of my own market research, I've created my own line of non-alcoholic craft cocktail mixers. My mission: bring shrubs back to life. The name is actually derived from an Arabic word, sharab. It is a combination of fruit and vinegar, creating a harmonious combination of the two, a little sweet and a little tart. All of my products are handmade using real fruit, herbs, and spices. Simple ingredients creating complex flavors. With combinations like pineapple mango jalapeno and cherry orange vanilla, our cocktails, they don't need alcohol to be interesting. Our prices range from $12 to $22 a bottle, so we have a little something in everyone's budget. Over the past 4 years, we have consistently participated in over 125 events each year. We're located in 7 different retail stores and are on the menu at 5 different restaurants throughout the city. We also ship our product nationwide. Earlier this year, Mimide purchased a 1,600 square foot building in the Cranes Woods neighborhood. We are currently rejuvenating the space to create our own commercial production kitchen, a retail store, and eventually our own tasting room. When I launched in late 2021, I was immediately overwhelmed by the response. Within a month of working my first event, I quit my full-time job. I grossed $72,000 in that first year. With the introduction to new wholesale accounts, more events, and new market staff, we're on track to hit $200,000 this year. And with the addition of our new production kitchen, we'll be able to increase our production, expand those wholesale accounts nationally, and we'll reach $320,000 by 2028. With this 5K, I will use a portion to improve our packaging by creating custom boxes that will protect our bottles during shipping. I will use the remainder to contribute to new cement being installed at the entrance of our building so that we can get open to the public as quickly as possible. Whether you're sober curious, or you're just looking for a healthier alternative, here at Mimide Beverage Company, we can all enjoy a cocktail together. Cheers.
I want to know your space on Nevada. Will it just be used for manufacturing, or will it be a retail space where you can come and purchase?
Yeah, great question. So we're currently rejuvenating it to create our production commercial kitchen. We'll be also using it as a commissary kitchen, so I will have other small businesses that have the opportunity to rent out our kitchen space as well. But eventually, we will have a retail space that we can ideally sell our products as well as the other renters in the space as well. And then the dream ultimately is to have our own tasting room that you can come and enjoy a non-alcoholic cocktail in our facility.
Thank
you. Just like a bottle of wine that can go bad once you open it and you don't drink it really quickly. How do you deal with that, like sustainability of your product?
Yeah, that's also a great question. So shrubs are actually a really unique product because they are fruit-based, but we use apple cider vinegar, which acts as a natural preservative. So once you open, our shrubs will last at least 6 months in your fridge. So you do have a really long shelf life on that. It's one of the highlights of my product is that you never have to worry about them going bad. I always tell people, think jar of pickles. It's the similar concept as well. The longer they sit, the more brighter the acidity will become, but they don't spoil like a bottle of wine.
Thank you.
Next up is Serena Horton with Bejeweled Jewelry and Accessories. Ooh.
What do brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and MAC Cosmetics have in common? They help people look good. And when people look good, they feel good. They feel unstoppable, empowered, and confident. And that kind of confidence moves mountains. And I've witnessed that kind of confidence in my customers as the top seller for Tracy Lynn Jewelry and Accessories. Good evening. My name is Serena Horton, retired educator and proud owner of Bejeweled Jewelry and Accessories, a fashion-based brand in Detroit. After 30 years of servicing students, teachers, and staff, I decided to turn that same passion into the world of fashion. At Bejeweled, we offer bold and chic jewelry and accessories for both women and men. Our collection includes classic pearls, dainty statement necklaces, and bold jewelry. Whether you're going to the pulpit or the church, we have something for you. Oh God. What sets us aside is our dual mission. Each year, we donate jewelry and accessories to the students at AL Homes for their 8th grade dance. We also have and cultivate a church partnership where we donate 10% of their sales back to their community programs. We participate in over 100 pop-ups throughout Detroit, from Noel Night to D9 conferences. We have 2,000 email subscribers and 138 repeat customers. Right now, we're located at the Dexter Retail Pop-Up, but with the addition of outerwear and some clothing, we need more space. We've already identified our new home at Detroit's Avenue of Fashion and plan to move there in 2027. We know this is a great corridor because our customers already shop there. We know we can grow with this corridor because they have a great economic momentum, the cultural diversity, and the retail mix. Since our inception in 2022, we've made up to $38,000, and we're on point to make $60,000. And with strategic marketing, paid ads, community partnerships, and our new store opening in 2027, we will reach our goal of $200,000 by 2028. We're asking for a $5,000 grant today, $3,000 for traditional marketing, and $2,000 for website optimization. Please follow us on our social media channels at Facebook, Instagram, and our website at bejewelboutique.com. Thank you.
Hi, I want to know, you say you had 138 repeated customers. What's the average ticket sale?
So our average order value is $56.
I believe you mentioned that you were going to be selling other things like clothing as well. Can you elaborate a little bit on what else you're doing other than jewelry?
So we sell jewelry and accessories. We've added outerwear, which are typically one-size-fits-all items. And we have an additional clothing where we have added dresses, summer dresses, particularly for our Dexter pop-up location.
Can you talk a little bit more about your partnerships with the churches?
Yes. So we partner with the church down the street from our Dexter Retail Pop-Up, which is Grace Temple. And so we ask for the church to mention or help to market our store, which is down the street. And every time their customers make a purchase, we take 10% of that purchase and give back to the church. And so we present them with a check on the 5th of every month. And so far, we've given them about $700.
Next up is Kaishan Turner with Game Start.
Thank you, Ferris, for the same help. I appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kaishan Turner, and I'm the founder of Game Start. Back in 2017, I dealt with a tragic accident that turned my life upside down. Dealing with court cases, losing my freedom, and feeling isolated, God and gaming is the only thing that kept me going. Gaming gave me a place to escape, make connections with others, and gain hope and detachment from life when I needed it most. But it's not just about gaming. It's about making connection, community, and feeling alive. That's why here at Game Start, we are creating a place where people find that same comfort, joy, and connection. A home away from home. So Detroit has a few gaming spaces, but none offer that personal, welcoming atmosphere that we're creating here at Game Start. We blend in high-end PCs, modern consoles, food, drinks, private booths, and social events all inside one cozy home-like lounge. Alongside modern gaming, we're also including retro gaming, creating a nostalgic space for longtime gamers, parents, and families to reconnect over the classics they grew up loving. We didn't just plan Game Start, we built it. We created a fully functional gaming space. We've tested our model, and we've proven demand with our customers. We've hosted 3 events with 30 to 35 attendees on average. We received great feedback, and now we're building a strong, diverse community within. We're targeting Midtown Detroit for our permanent location because it's walkable, full of students, professionals, families, and it's already known for its nightlife and entertainment scene. A Game Start location in Detroit, in Midtown Detroit, would thrive at the heart of Detroit's growing culture and energy. So Game Start has already made over $2,500, and we're projected to make $25,000 by the end of 2025 with our collaborations and our upcoming events with local partnerships already established. We're projected to make over $140,000 by the end of 2027 and over $360,000 by the end of 2029, fueled by gaming sessions, private booths, tournament entries, and food and drinks. We're seeking your $5,000 grant to help us fund critical launch essentials, such as upgrading gaming equipment, building our private booths, and purchasing furniture to give every player an enhanced gameplay, atmosphere, and comfortability. We won't just sit on those funds. We'll use those funds right now to upgrade our current rental space that we have to give every player and customer the full Game Start experience right now before getting a brick and mortar. I'm sorry. We're ready to bring something new, immersive, and exciting to Detroit's entertainment scene, and we welcome you not only to come to our next event, but to also help us build Detroit's next new gaming capital. Now, welcome to your new living room away from your new living room you've always wanted, your new home away from home. Thank you for your time. And for Christina, woohoo, yeah.
Can you talk a little more about your food and drink offerings?
So right now we're doing it on an event basis. So when I host my events, I try to reach out to vendors in the city. We have one delicious vendor called Detroit Delicious Eats with my sister. And we do, right now, since we don't have our license, we just do beverages, waters, drinks. Like sodas or any juice like that.
So your goal, would it be to have a liquor license?
Absolutely. So we're trying to obtain and go through the requirements to get the liquor license as we speak.
Where are you currently located, and do you think that that is going to be as successful as where you are now to move to that Midtown area?
So currently right now we're located downtown. We're a 15-second walk from Cobo Hall, inside of Old Trucks Club on the 3rd floor. So I have a suite to myself that I use. As I said, we just host events every now and then around the holidays or any collaborations that we have upcoming with with local partnerships, like I said, already established. Do I think it would be as successful than Midtown? No. I love downtown, but it's not as welcoming as Midtown is. There's no parking. It usually gets too tense downtown on the weekend, so Midtown is a great place for people to come, gather, walk around, and enjoy the nightlife. So.
Next up is India Johnson with Kalicious Creations.
Ooh. I do. No. Well, hell yeah, everybody. So, sit down at your favorite table and imagine eating your favorite salad. Cucumbers, juicy cherry tomatoes, seasoned eggs, red onions, Parmesan cheese. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Honey sriracha salmon, all on a bed of iceberg, romaine. Oh, hell no! On a crisp bed of kale. Hey, family. My name is India Johnson, and I'm the owner and CEO of Kalelicious Creations. You can just call me the Kale Goddess. So 11 years ago, I was pregnant, and I was hot, and I was hungry. I was craving green leafy vegetables for my salads and my sandwiches. But everything was on recall. That's when I got kicked to kale. Kale is a total game changer, okay? Yeah, kale can be nasty, bitter, and disgusting. But I make kale taste like a whole party in your mouth with my homemade seasoning and dressings. Didn't y'all taste it? Okay. So, oops. That's what I was just saying. My name is India Johnson. So price points. Our creations start off at $15 to $30. We also do meal prep and drop-off caterings. I'm not setting up your stuff. No. Seasoning and dressings cost $10. We've been all over Metro Detroit. We sold out in the hood and in the suburbs, y'all, okay? Thank you. We were also featured on the Hungry Black Man's Food Review. We got 5 out of 5 stars. I also entered his contest for seafood salads, and guess who won? So my perfect storefront location looks just like this, located in Hamtramck. Hamtramck is a place that I grew up. My church is in Hamtramck. It's a nice community. It's up and coming. And Kalelicious is a place for kale. And when I was thinking about where I should be located, I thought about parking. How often do we go somewhere and if we don't have a parking space, we just keep going? Okay, you should always have a parking space with Kalelicious Creations. Projections. So last year, I decided to open a brick and mortar for 10 months just to get my own experience. That was great. We did $17,000. Currently, we're at, thank you. Currently, we're at $7,000 for this year. 2026, we'll be opening our brick and mortar. We're gonna be expanding with our kale brownies and kale cookies. Yes, 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 delicious. Kale lemonade, okay? Oh, and we're also going to be expanding delivering and corporate catering. And in 2028, we are going to be selling worldwide our salads, our seasonings, and dressings. How we're gonna spend our 5K? We're gonna get a trademark, we're gonna do some branding, and y'all have a kaleful day. Thank you so much. Can I get a kale, yeah? Kale, yeah!
So for your prepared items, like your dressing and your seasoning, do you have any placements currently? Are you working on any placements in like external retail opportunities?
I am working on placement as we speak. With retail, I actually had a son last year. His name is Baby Kale. And so I got a retail boot camp, and that was a great thing, and I've got so much knowledge and everything like that, so we're working on everything as we speak right now. We've been working from home, and now it's time to just go hard on our own brick and mortar and everything. All right, we killed the game.
So next up is Sarah Reed with Flavorful Creations.
All right. Hey, my flavorful friends. My name is Sarah Reed with Flavorful Creations, where we provide gourmet baked goods with a burst of creativity. There's something deeply gratifying about blending and mixing that creates a sense of mindfulness and calm. For me, baking is my form of therapy. It's a way to transform frustration and pain into something deliciously beautiful. As a therapist with a master's in social work, I've spent years helping people process their grief and anxieties. I've seen firsthand the importance of having a creative outlet. My outlet is baking our signature rum cakes. They're derived from my family's recipe and enhanced with my twist of creativity. Well, it turns out that other people like them too. It's actually one of our best sellers. So years ago, I experienced my own personal tragedy, and that left me feeling really lost and broken. Through that journey, I was re-inspired to imagine therapy in a different way. And we have come a long way. Since our inception in 2011, Flavorful Creations has now been in 10 different locations where our goods are sold in the city of Detroit. We have been a vendor at the farmers market at the Detroit Eastern Market for the past 9 years. We have collectively participated in 500 pop-ups, markets, held baking classes, and have even branched off into catering. I recently completed Boss Blue's first ever Chef in Residence Fellowship. I'm a preferred caterer with the Detroit Historical Museum, and I had the honor of making Detroit's 323rd birthday cake July of 2024. Thank you. With over a decade of professional baking experience and certification in food safety, I'm committed to providing a welcoming space. We're seeking to open a commercial kitchen on Detroit's east side, 48234, due to the lack of vegan and gluten-free offerings in the area. In my kitchen, I would like to engage the community in classes where they can learn, heal, create, or just a new way to care for one's mental health. Since 2022, to present day, we have had over 108% growth in revenue. Currently, we have made $20,000, and we are projected to end the year with over $75,000. We plan on opening our space fall of 2026, and by the end of 2028, with all revenue streams up and running, we are projected to make $245,000. We would like to be granted this $5,000 for our continued growth, to update our website, purchase new equipment, and to have our labeling with nutrition facts. In a city as resilient as Detroit, baking is healing, baking is creative, baking is community, baking is Flavorful Creations.
Hi, can you tell us some of the other products you carry besides the rum cake?
Absolutely. So some of my best sellers are the vegan sweet potato sandwich cookie, the vegan pineapple zucchini bread. I have, of course, my signature rum cakes, my island style banana bread. Oh my gosh, there's a plethora of things. There's vegan lavender cake, there's vegan rose cake. Shall I continue?
Is it all vegan?
It's not all vegan. There is gluten-free as well. So it's dairy, gluten-free, and everything in between.
So without significant competition on that the northeast side, do you have a sense of what your demand is going to be in that, like a market research perspective?
Absolutely. So, like I said, there are a lack of vegan and gluten-free offerings in that area, so that's something that I provide. And a lot of my customers do request and are happy that I have vegan items for them. So just having that as an addition brings more traffic to my kitchen space.
We're more than halfway there, you guys. Do you know who you're voting for yet? I don't know. There's 5 more to go. All right, next up is Faith Fells from Nurtured.
Hi, everybody. Okay. Have any of you ever experienced grief?
It's a feeling I know all too well. When I was just 16, I lost my dad, and I struggled for years. But something that helped me was finding community and Pilates. That's the large inspiration behind my business, Nurtured. Hi, I'm Faith. I'm the founder of Nurtured. I'm an educator, a Pilates instructor, a proud Detroiter, and I'm on a mission to help people live longer, healthier lives. What is Nurtured? It's where community, care, and holistic wellness meet. I'm doing that focusing on 3 things: Pilates, or movement education; plants, which beautify our spaces and purify our air; and provisions, which you can think of as food education, and the tools to support us on our wellness journey. Accessibility is really important to me, and so pricing is going to start at just $5 and go up to $85, which is actually less than a lot of Pilates classes in privates. I've been really busy bringing this idea to reality. I've won over $3,200 pitching in competitions like Detroit Soup and Michigan Women Forward. Thank you. I've spent over 10,000 hours researching and developing my offerings. I've invested over $16,000 of my own money and serviced over 500 people, exposing them to Pilates and wellness education in the city. Community is really important, and so I want to bring this space not just to Detroit, but where I call home. Island View is where I grew up. It's where my family has lived and has roots for over 60 years, and we don't have a space like this in Detroit, especially not in Island View. So the money. Launching in 2024, this year I'm on track to do $33,000 in revenue, mostly through private Pilates instruction. In 2027, I'm planning on launching that brick and mortar space, and I project we'll bring in $306,000, mainly from expanding to group classes. In 2029, I'll expand those services once again, offering our cafe and our teaching kitchen and retail space, and I'm projecting $487,000 in revenue. So the money today, what will it be used for? The website and putting out content. I'm doing all of this alone, and I could really use some help to make my business out there so people know. So, if you care about people living longer, healthier lives, I hope you'll support Nurtured in my vision, bringing this to reality. Thank you.
Yes, great job.
Thank you.
Do you have a specific brick and mortar building in mind?
Right now, no, but if you do, I would love to, I would love to be put in contact with anyone who has space over in Island View or the Greater Villages area. Something about the space, if you are not familiar with the East Side or that area, it's a mix of lots of vacant space. And so ideally, long-term, I would love to own my own space, but am looking for rental space to launch initially. So if anyone has a space, I'm looking.
Do you plan on doing the provisions yourself or outsourcing?
Good question. So I would definitely love to collaborate with folks who are here, especially to start. So even folks like Kelicious Creations, right? I've met so many great people, learned about other businesses, and so I would love to partner with others in the community as well who are already doing great work. Thank you.
Okay, next up is Angela Chi from Chifanla.
Hi, everyone. My name is Angela Chi, and I am the founder of Chifanla, which means time to eat in Mandarin. Can everyone say Chifanla? Amazing. That feels like a warm hug because it's what my mom said to me when it was dinner time. Growing up, instead of saying I love you, my mom would chase after us with scallion pancakes wrapped in foil as we were trying to catch the school bus. Food has always been the way my family expressed love. My mom is from Wuxi, a city close to Shanghai, known for making its food, especially meats, very sweet. And my dad is from Weihai, a coastal city in northern China, known for its fresh seafood, as well as eating lots and lots of dumplings. And for me, having grown up mostly in New York, I ate my way around Chinatown, Flushing, as well as my mom's home-cooked meals. I always feel like I was chosen by the universe to build Shifanla. I lived and studied in China. I have over 10 years of experience managing events and operations. I worked at Mr. Bing, a savory Chinese crepe startup in New York, and more recently, Oak and Reel. But most importantly, I'm a die-hard foodie. So much so, my mom used to bribe me with soup dumplings to get me to go to Saturday school. So you could probably understand why, when I moved to Detroit, I missed home food so much. There were few food options that were quick, nutritious, delicious, and didn't break the bank. And more importantly, there were far less food options that were Chinese food options that reminded me of home. Which is why I built Shifanla. We serve nutritious, comfort Chinese food. It's home food, so it's not as salty or greasy as typical restaurant food. We always have gluten-free and vegan options. We compost at all our events, and we collaborate with the local community. We share our food through catering, pop-ups, private events like dumpling making experiences, and we hope to lean more into retail once we have a physical location. So far, we've done 2 chef residencies and over 200 events around Michigan. Here are just some of the organizations we've collaborated with. And in 2023, we were actually top 10 in the Hatch Detroit competition. We won Femology's Pajama Pitch Night and Detroit Soup. Thank you. In 2022, it was our first year in business, and we did a humble $4,000. Last year, we did $88,000 in revenue, and that was to the help of our first chef residency at Host. And in our first full year in a brick and mortar, we project to make $400,000 from takeout, limited dine-in, as well as some catering. We hope to open up around Detroit's second Chinatown. I know y'all might be wondering what Chinatown. It's located around Cass Corridor, and behind me actually is one of the last remaining buildings from that Chinatown, the Chung's restaurant. With the $5,000, we hope to be able to put down a deposit for a cargo van so we can do larger events much more frequently. My Subaru Forester is getting stuffed to the brim. Thank you all so much. Shifanla, it's time to eat, y'all. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, next up is Crystal Robinson from Robinson Textiles.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm sure we have all heard in some regard about Joann's closing in the news. You've either seen it on TikTok, you've seen it somewhere online, but really it brings about what do people do when places like that go? She was a big maker or a big place for a lot of makers and really monopolized the industry, but now she's gone. So that is the question that I've been pondering for the past few years and the just business that I have been creating. Hi, my name is Crystal Robinson, and I am the owner of Robinson Textiles, soon to be Detroit's premier Black women-owned textile hub. I'm a fashion designer with my own swimwear line, sewing instructor, visual artist, and I've been in the Detroit city proper and all the kinds for many years now, and access to materials has been an issue for many of us time and time again. But access to textiles hasn't really been a new concept for Detroit or Detroiters. We are a big culture and design hub, as you all may know, actually being able to be granted the honor of being a UNESCO-based city of design. What does that mean? It means that we are honored by America and globally as a city who uses design to uplift its people. So if we're doing that, these people should have access to quality materials. But even with that rich textile history we've had in the past, one of my favorite little things is if you walk past Woodward next to San Morello, there's a Singer sign. It's not for no reason. One of the original manufacturing plants for the Singer sewing machine was right there on Woodward. And we were the epicenter for textiles during that time. So with that, we hope to be located in Eastern Market and New Center, allowing optimum viewing of our window displays and also a rotating display of our local designers. I feel like we have a lot of creativity here, and most people don't know where to showcase it or where to be told that they're actually here. So I wish to do that for them. But in addition, many of you, if you've been in a fabric store, it's a little drab. It's not that fun, and they're really hoping you know what you want because they're not going to inspire you to get it. So I want to maintain a modern interior, really honing in on inspiring spaces, easy access to the materials, but my favorite is our sewing pods, allowing a WeWork-style community element for people to come, rent out with their team, sew what they need to, and do what they have. Just in case if you don't have a machine at home, those things are $1,200, so I won't make you have to do that. But outside of those machine rentals and our fabrics, I will also offer patterns and pattern printing. If you've ever made something, those puzzle pieces are key. But I will continue and scale up those classes that I've been able to do. I've been able to teach over 50 of those classes with over 40 students, and I've been able to work with a multitude of different brands that I've really enjoyed. I've been in the Detroit fashion community now for over 10 years, but even with that, I've been able to create a love of sewing, but I don't think it can be quantified. But if I did, I would be able to let you know that we have made over 7,500 in our sewing classes, but with 2027, that will be the full implementation of our retail store, and 2028, marking our custom fabric printer and our subscription model. So with the 5,000, I will get inventory and website upgrades, but I want to remind you all that Detroit is a city for makers. We're very bold, we're very resilient, but I believe that we deserve to have a fabric store just as visionary as us, and this idea is not for me, it's really for you and for everybody that comes after me, because access to materials is necessary. So thank you.
I'm burning with this question. Access to quality textiles
Yes.
is an issue all over the United States.
Well, yes.
Where are you going to source these textiles from?
So I actually, on my own dime, I go all over the country. Recently, I was just in New York for Tex World. So I source out of Korea and India because I really like their, Korea is actually really doing a lot of mushroom-based textiles, which I think is interesting, with India being very silk and cotton-based. I wanted to bring things that would, even if it does post-date you, it would be healthy for the environment. But I do source globally to be able to bring it all here because I think we're primarily just doing cottons right now, but just that expansive of fabrics I do source mainly out of India and London.
Next up is Christian Moon from the Mom Wellness Cave. Do you want the stand? Or you want to hold it?
Let's start with a question. How many people here were born into this world by a mother? And no, that's not a trick question. We were all brought into this world by a mom, correct? Then why would a study done by Motherly.com indicate that 97% of moms felt unsupported during their motherhood journey? And that's the problem that we're facing. Hi, my name is Christian Moon, and I'm the founder of the Mom Wellness Cave. But most importantly, I'm a mom of 18 years. But I can't say all of those 18 years have been good years. There's been times when I suffered from depression, to loneliness, to lack of identity. And sadly, a lot of moms have that same problem. And that's exactly why I created the Mom Wellness Cave. The Mom Wellness Cave is the Detroit area mom community. We host events and workshops, sometimes ranging from mental health workshops to mommy workouts to sometimes just a girls' night out, just to get away from those kids for a bit. We also provide group counseling, and in 2026, we will be opening up a mom lounge. Think of a man's cave, but for moms. It'll be the mom's ultimate sanctuary. Now, what we offer at the Mom Wellness Cave is monthly memberships as well as public events. We also have our wellness products like our guided journal for moms. And once we actually open up our brick and mortar, we'll even be able to provide space rental. Now, we've been in business for a little over a year, and in that time frame, we've hosted 20 events. We've had about 250 moms who have attended these events, and we just launched our new membership program, and we're already at almost 30 members. So we plan on being located in the Avenue of Fashion because, first of all, it serves as a median point for our moms from east to the west, but also we've already had events in this area, and moms are telling us this is an area that they like and that's convenient for them. And as you guys know, customer feedback is essential. Now, our first year in business, we spent a lot of time community building, testing the market. All of that helped us to plan for our success that we're having this year. We've already tripled what we made last year, and we're on track to hit $40,000 by the end of this year. Now, fast forward to 2026, when we open up our brick and mortar location, we're on track to hit $210,000 by the end of the year. That's with having even more members, having more events, and then with adding space rental. So now, our next goal for the Mom Wellness Cave is to create more brand awareness to help more moms. We want to be able to purchase equipment and materials to create branded items, update our website to showcase more about who we are and what we do, and then we're also going to partner with the PR team to get more media opportunities and more visibility. So now, my final ask of the night is for you guys to help me to show moms, the very beings that bring life into this world, that they matter too.
Can you talk about the pricing of your membership model?
Yes. So right now it's $25 a month. In September, we're planning on increasing to $35 a month. And then by 2026, we're going to be at $60 a month. And that's with being able to add them actually having a lounge and a place to come to.
What are you currently doing now for marketing to get the moms in?
Okay, so we do a little bit of everything. We run ads, we go to parks, libraries, we show up exactly where moms are at. We do events and expos like this just to get get it out as much as possible. Thank you.
One more. Don't decide who you're voting for until you hear the next one. Okay, we have Cafe Clark, Eduardo Salas, and Melly Hernandez.
All right. Hi, everybody. Southwest Detroit is home to over 80,000 people, yet not one true coffee house.
Cafe Clark is here to fill that gap with high-quality drinks, food, and an inviting space that celebrates our local culture. Hi, everybody. My name is Melissa Hernandez.
And I'm her fiance and partner, Eduardo Salas, and we're the founders and owners of Cafe Clark.
I have over 22 years of service industry experience.
And I have over 12 years experience working in technology, consulting, and operations.
Together, we're combining our experiences to bring to life Cafe Clark, a community staple coffee house.
Now, growing up as an undocumented immigrant, I never imagined owning a business here. However, Melly and I are not only leading change in Southwest Detroit to bring back a coffee shop, but create a space that is inspiring to others.
We envision Cafe Clark as being a community hub with a diverse menu, serving our farm-to-cup coffee, locally inspired food, and hosting community-centered events such as yoga classes, art exhibitions, and even educational workshops.
And throughout all that, Melly and I have been grinding over the last year on this. We've helped raise over $90,000 through a crowdfunding campaign. We've also secured lending and continuing to work on that. We recently became Motor City Match awardees. All throughout this, we've continued to host programming in our community, primarily at Clark Park, the Cinco de Mayo Parade, and most recently, a mixer with SDBA in our new location.
We've been collaborating with local businesses to craft our diverse menu, already in negotiations with El Artesano Juicery, Chilango's Bakery, and La Jalisciense Supermarket, just to name a few. This next slide highlights all the businesses we've already supported with our coffee wholesale and consulting services. We've grown from just having one client 2 years ago to 10 consistent wholesale clients today.
Now, looking at the numbers, when Melly and I first started exploring coffee wholesale, we did $6,000 in that first year. This year, we're on track to do $15,000. The coffee shop is slated to open this fall. With 4 months of revenue, we're projecting $120,000. With a full 12 months of runway, we're projecting $420,000. Year 2, then there's a 10 to 12% increase. Year 3, another 5% increase. How we're doing that is expanding our services through catering, online ordering, and my favorite, subscriptions and memberships. Now, where are we located? I mentioned Southwest Detroit. It's a brand new development space right in the heart of Southwest Detroit, also known as the Mexican Town Main Street Corridor. It can accommodate 90 people inside and an additional 20 people outdoor.
We need a business sign. We will be using the $5,000 if we get it today for the materials, architectural drawings, and city permitting for our business sign. Cafe Clark is not just a coffee house. It's a reflection of Southwest Detroit's resilience, culture, and its people. And we are so excited to bring a local cafe back to our neighborhood this fall. Thank you so much, everybody. We can't wait to see you there.
Is your space secured?
Yes. Thank you.
What do you guys think? Should we give them another round of applause to all of them? A lot to be proud of. I mean, honestly, there's so much to be proud of. Where you started and where you are today, there's just so much. Congratulations. What we're going to do next is we're going to have a QR code because the judges will go to deliberate, and we will have about 15 minutes to decide where would that extra $1,000 go to. As you know, everyone will walk away with $500, and some will not walk away with $500, they'll walk away with $5,000. But you also have a chance to contribute to provide someone with $1,000, which is the people choice. The QR code is right there available, and it will stay on for a minute. So make sure that you vote for that. And while the judges step outside for the next 15 minutes to deliberate, we will come back, and you will see us coming around to say we're going to restart. So please go back, mingle outside, have some more food, and we'll see you in 15 minutes. Congratulations. We'll see you in a minute. 15 minutes. Are you guys ready? We had to stop the wrestling match in the judges' room so we could come back here and provide the additional cash rewards. It's always hard because there's so many great opportunities for this extra cash to advance the businesses. Just know that they had a hard time deciding, and from our perspective as facilitators, Carrie, Christina, Holly, and of course, where's Latrice? Hi, Latrice. These are the people who, like every week, every day, were there to make sure that these entrepreneurs are supported. So thank you for all the work that you do. Okay. So with that, everyone will walk away with $500. Unless you get one of these checks, then obviously you'll get this check, not the $500. All right? So with that being said, I'll have each one of you present who you'll do it with. And then, by the way, for those who enjoyed this showcase today, just know that the next application for our next program opens up in June 3rd, and it's for home-based businesses and e-commerce. So this is for the brick and mortar, the other one is for home-based business and e-commerce. So if you know someone, just keep an eye for June 3rd where the applications will be open for that. With that being said, I think we could start presenting. Maybe we'll start, we'll start. So I'll have you tell everyone who are you presenting, and then if you hear your name, please come up. We're going to take a photo for you once, and then once we're done, we'll stay here for one big photo, and then there'll be some more instructions. And then once this is all done, we'll have a small closing remarks, and we'll go from there.
All right, the first check goes to Mimide.
I
have the honor to present this check to a business that makes us all feel at home, Back in the D.
This next business is going to keep Southwest Detroit caffeinated. Cafe Clark, come on down.
As the proprietor of an ethnic cuisine restaurant, I'm very excited to add another one to our list, Chiffon Le.
So this is my favorite award. These checks are awesome because they all voted for you, but this was our team voting for one of you. Y'all know what they have to do to get the Facilitators Award is they have to show up. They have to work hard. They have to get really vulnerable, share all kinds of information, answer really personal probing questions of what their business is going to be like. They have to come to one-on-one meetings. They have to come to optional practices, attend extra events, and do 10 to 15 hours of work outside of class. And the person who y'all put in a ton of effort. Let's start by that. You all completely floored us. This group has been amazing. The person who wins the Facilitator Award is Sydney Noble.
And the People's Choice. We had a lot of people here. They got 15% of the vote, and that is Flavorful Creations.
Thank you. All right, just a couple of housekeeping. First of all, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your hard work, all the entrepreneurs. Thank you for those who are watching us on YouTube. Thank you for those who are behind the scene. I want to recognize just all the TechTown team. If anyone's still here from TechTown, please just stand up or just wave your hands so we can just see who you are and say thank you to the TechTown team. So yeah, just wave your hands. Don't be shy, don't be shy. And then, where's Latrice? Where's Latrice? Latrice is somewhere here. I can't see. But if you see Latrice, please make sure you also say thank you to her. She's part of the delivery team every week, making sure that all the stuff is available for the participants to make sure that they're going. Applications open up June 3rd. I want to thank, of course, our sponsors, Wilson Ralph Foundation, and all the donations that you provided when you registered. For the rest of the night, congratulations to everyone. Honored to be part of your journey and wishing you a continuous success. Thank you.